These songs were never officially banned, but you'd never know it from how people reacted. 9 Inch Nails, Closer. If you've heard Closer, you know exactly why it didn't make it onto mainstream radio in one piece. I Wanna F*** You Like an Animal is one of the most instantly censored lines in music history. Radio stations scrambled to make a version that wouldn't get them fined, and MTV, they aired the video, but only after midnight, and only after butchering it into something that looked like a David Lynch fever dream. Still, the song blew up. Honestly, the controversy probably helped. Madonna, Justify My Love. Madonna didn't just push buttons, she straight up designed the control panel. Justify My Love had a video that leaned hard into S&M, sexual fluidity, and surreal, voyeuristic hotel hallways. It was too much for MTV. They banned it outright. So what did Madonna do? She released the video on VHS and turned a scandal into a bestseller. Honestly, a masterclass in turning censorship into free marketing. Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name. This one became an anthem of defiance and a logistical nightmare for radio. The line, "F*** you, I won't do what you tell me," repeats like 16 times at the end, and there's just no good way to censor that without killing the vibe. Some stations aired a clean version, some aired the explicit version by mistake. Either way, Rage didn't flinch, and the song only got more iconic every time someone tried to silence it. Eminem, The Real Slim Shady. At the height of Y2K pop culture, Eminem dropped this grenade of a track, mocking celebrities, making off-color jokes, and throwing FCC-friendly language out the window. Radio stations had to mute half of it. MTV blurred faces, chopped lines, and cut entire segments from the video. And still, it became a generational anthem. The censorship just became part of the brand. Nirvana, Marry Me. This track was controversial before people even understood what it was about. Kurt Cobain meant it as an anti-violence statement, but the title alone was too much for retailers like Walmart. They refused to carry the album unless the song was renamed, so the band begrudgingly changed it to Waif Me on the censored version. It didn't stop the album from becoming a critical success, but it did show how far a title alone could push people. The Prodigy, Smack My Bitch Up. Yeah, that title was always going to be a problem. The Prodigy claimed it wasn't literal, more about going all out, full force. But feminist groups weren't buying it. And the video? A chaotic first-person view of someone spiraling through a night of violence and excess. MTV only aired it after midnight and added tons of disclaimers. Still, the song left a huge mark on the 90s rave scene. Controversial, but unforgettable. The Stooges, Search and Destroy. This track basically invented the too hardcore for radio genre. Iggy Pop snarling about napalm, chaos, and destruction? It didn't stand a chance on 70s Top 40. It wasn't banned, it was just ignored. Too loud, too raw, too ahead of its time. And now, it's a punk classic. Go figure. Marilyn Manson, The Beautiful People. Manson was basically engineered to upset the moral majority, and The Beautiful People delivered. Between the creepy carnival guitar riff and lyrics about conformity and image obsession, it set off all the alarms. Radio stations dropped it, parents lost their minds, and religious groups made it their mission to get him off the air. Of course, that only made Manson more popular. The blueprint was working. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, Wet Ass Pussy. This one lit the internet on fire the moment it dropped. The lyrics were unapologetically explicit, and the reactions ranged from celebration to full-blown panic. Radio edits stripped it down to wet and gushy, which, yeah, still kind of uncomfortable, but the outrage only made it trend harder. It went to number 1, shattering streaming records, and became a cultural flashpoint overnight. Proof that in the age of the internet, censorship doesn't slow momentum, it fuels it. So yeah, these songs might have dodged an official ban, but they definitely got slapped with the censor button. If you want to see the tracks that actually were banned, pulled from the airwaves, blocked by governments, the whole deal, check out my other video right here. It's wild.